Welcome to the Produce Moms Podcast, where we believe there is a produce mom in all of us. I'm Lori Taylor, founder and CEO of the Produce Moms. For 10 years, I sold fresh produce to over 300 grocery stores in the U.S. And today, my team and I are fully focused on inspiring people to eat more fruits and vegetables. This show is just one of the ways that we hope to inspire you and your family to eat more produce and live a better life. If you like what you're hearing on the podcast, join our community of almost 40,000 in all 50 states and over 30 countries by visiting theproducemoms.com/subscribe. And be sure to subscribe and leave us a review on iTunes. Thanks for being here. Enjoy today's show. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Produce Moms Podcast. Hey, happy Earth Month, happy Earth Day. I say it all the time, but I really mean it. In agriculture, every day is Earth Day. I mean, this industry has taught me so much about sustainability and environmental stewardship. And I love coming up with who is going to be our guest as we approach Earth Day on the podcast, because trust me, there is no shortage of great stories for folks that are doing their part to make the world a better place and protect, Mother Earth in this industry. And today I am so excited about the gentleman that we're showcasing and the brand that they have brought to market. You guys, you're going to love this brand. It's like every produce mom needs it in their home kitchen. I have been buying the Matter product line at Target. I am so obsessed with it. They have everything from trash bags to, baggies that we need to pack our kids' lunches to paper plates and these plastic-like utensils, but they're not plastic, you guys. It's all made from plant materials. It's compostable. It's biodegradable. It's from nature back to nature. And that's what we're celebrating today with the Matter brand. And we've got the guys who collaborated and brought this incredible innovation to retailers, and households everywhere. I buy it at Target, but hey, we're going to talk in this episode about all the great places. I mean, this brand is going places. It's going to just continue to explode because the product is that good. And our guest today, we are welcoming the two gentlemen that really collaborated on making Matter possible. And they are the chief science director. So think like mad scientist of the company called Nature Star. His name is John Oakley, and Nature Star is, their brand is Matter. All right. And then Tim Busby, he's the managing partner and, works hand in hand with John every day. And together, these two guys collaborated at Nature Star to invent Matter. It's an incredible story. I can't wait to dive in. And with that, gentlemen, welcome to the show. John, we got to start with the mad scientist. Say hello, introduce yourself. We're glad you're here.
Hi, everybody. And what a great introduction that was, Laurie. I like the title Mad Scientist.
I know. I think I was supposed to call you Chief Science Director is what's in the notebook, John, but...
I think I prefer Mad Scientist. So that's pretty good. Well, yeah, thank you very much for inviting us along to this. And we're very excited to be able to talk to you and all the listeners and explain what is our brand. It's very exciting.
Yes, Matter, it's revolutionary, John. I mean, what you've made is it's a huge solution. And I'm coming back to you, but I want Tim to introduce himself too. Tim?
Yeah, thanks, Lori. Appreciate it. Really, I'm glad to have the opportunity to spend a little time with you and your listeners and share the success of launching what we've been working on for quite a few years, a very, very comprehensive assortment of products under the Matter brand. And so, yeah, we're excited to share more and hopefully educate and inform the customers that are going to be coming to buy the product, both at Target and many other retailers in the U.S.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, and with that, John, back to you. So explain to our listeners, I mean, what is Nature Star and how did you create the Matter product line?
Thank you very much. Well, Nature Star effectively is a biodegradable and compostable material. And the Matter brand is a whole range of products that we've managed to make out of this polymer that we've developed. It's as simple as that. Rather than just one product, we've got a whole family of items that we're very excited and pleased are now in the marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's like any and every product that us busy moms need in our home kitchen, that's what they have. And so it's amazing. Like think about all of the paper and plastic and disposable type items that you currently have in your home. And that is what Matter represents. It's totally like just phenomenal. And what an easy way for us all this Earth Month to say, I'm drawing the line in the sand and making a difference for my kids. And it's as simple as finding that end cap at Target and making the switch. It really is. And you're not going to sacrifice quality. I promise you. We had steaks the other night, like Indiana boy steaks. Okay. So these are big, thick cut steaks at the Taylor home and big, sharp steak knives. And I served them on the Matter plates and the knife did not go through the plate. I was like, it was fantastic. So great product line. Obviously, I'm such a fangirl. Okay. So, all right, John, I'm coming back to you. So the Matter brand, like, tell us about it. Like people don't really understand what polymer means. Like, I think that, I introduced it as saying like, it's plants and from nature back to nature. So help people understand to the extent that you can, like what exactly is this product? And because it's also kind of confusing how it's the same thing in the paper plates that are, kind of like a cardboard opaque all the way to the plastic wrap that is completely transparent.
Okay, well, we're all very familiar with plastic items in the kitchen, as you've just described, Corey. What we've done is we've had a look at what everybody has in their homes, and then the polymer is the material. Imagine that as the new plastic. And instead of it being just derived from oil and ends up in a landfill, we've got a sustainable polymer that when we've all finished with it, it will break down literally back to nature. And what we call this is biomass. And this is like a soil enhancer, and it makes a little bit of water in the process. So it's completely natural. And when we say it comes from plants, one of the ingredients is derived from corn. And it's called PLA. That's just one of the components, together with various starches. So it's all natural, from nature back to nature.
Yeah, I'm glad you called that out, because when you're on the website, it like says things like no allergens in our products, non-GMO. And so it's almost like when you're reading those disclosures, it's reminiscent of reading a food label almost. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because I think it's remarkable how pure the polymer, the material itself is.
Absolutely, Laurie. And during this development, Tim and I were very conscious of the fact that when you make a product launch, it has to be thoroughly tested. And so this is quite a long process, and our products have gone through that. So we make sure there's no heavy metals, for example, in any of our products, that they're FDA approved. Things like for food migration testing. So all of that has been taken into account to make sure that our products are safe in the marketplace and that the consumers can be confident when they're using them, just as you indicated, having the steaks off the plates. Right. That's what we wanted to do.
Yeah, no. And I think you hit a grand slam. So Tim, like, I know pre-show we talked about how many years you and John were collaborating on this. Please share with folks so they understand the timeline and the labor of love that went behind this development.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, John and I came together about 10 years ago, and John can speak to his experience, which is very extensive. I've been in the sustainable materials product space as an entrepreneur for the last 15 years. And experienced a lot of great technologies that are out there and are still out there today and have great functionality to them and performance to them. When John and I came together, it was very intentional in how could we develop a biopolymer and a product that can truly be a one-to-one alternative to single-use plastics. And so we had a mission that we wanted to offer a product that could stand up performance-wise and give the user an experience that really gives them the response of, I can't believe this isn't plastic. It's
That's
so
how I
functionally
felt.
sound. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Like, especially with the plastic wrap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I can't call it plastic wrap, Tim. I feel like you need to jump through this microphone and smack me. That's how much it looks like it. You know, it's like, I don't know what should I call it? You tell me. It's matter wrap, but I mean, it's matter. Just it's matter wrap. Make it matter, right?
I think, Lloyd, when we discussed what we can call the brand, I think the word matter is very important, and gives a powerful matter. It matters, and things in our life are starting to matter even more and more, because Mother Earth, we have to take care of it. And instead of all the plastic that ends up in the oceans, we've got a product here that comes from nature and will go back to nature.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, let's talk about compostable versus biodegradable versus sustainable, because I think that those words are used, especially amongst consumers and non-mad scientists, very interchangeably, and they are very defined. So let's set the record straight with that. And John, please go ahead and explain compostable versus biodegradable versus sustainable.
Right. Well, I'll try to do this very simply. Virtually everything is biodegradable over a period of time. And what we have to do as humans, as societies, is put a time limit when something is going to change or break down. So through the action of composting, and it's where bacteria, microorganisms, will consume that material and turn it into biomass. In that process, a little bit of carbon dioxide is released back into the atmosphere. And we're not adding this in. It's in nature where you've got photosynthesis. We're taking carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere into the product. When the product breaks down, it just returns the carbon dioxide back in, and water's produced. So when something composts, and this can be on an industrial scale or in our backyards, then that product will break down over a given time back to nature. For something to be sustainable, what we're wanting is that we can continue to use these products over and over again, both physically. So, for example, you mentioned about the snack bags in the homes. You know, mums can consciously say, okay, this is not plastic. I'm going to put my children's fruit and snacks in this bag. They can use it several times. And when it's finished, it's going to break down in our home composting over a period of time back into the soil, back into nature. Not like plastic, which is going to last for hundreds of years.
Right. Well, and that brings up a great point. And Tim, I want to get you in the hot seat for this one. So I've got a goal in 2021 to start composting. Okay. I live in a metropolitan area. I mean, it's suburban, but at the same time, like I've got a very small backyard. I don't have a garden. It feels like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this rolling? But I also, thanks to incredible partners like you guys, I've learned how important it is. So the Taylor family is, I'm on record saying it, we are starting our journey. Now, for folks that don't compost, or for folks that live in cities that don't have access to commercial composting, what happens to the Matter product line if it ends up in just a traditional like landfill or dump?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So, you know, in the journey, the intentional journey that John and I have gone on, it's incredibly important what the product is made from, which is starch based and made from plants and other things that are completely sustainable and natural. But then, you know, the customer has a choice now. They can buy a single-use plastic that's going to be in a landfill for a very long time, or they can choose to buy the Matter brand. And we understand how challenging it is to change buyer behavior. We understand that. And so the customer has an option to either, and it's becoming more and more, what I would say, easy to get into home composting. And industrial composting is becoming more prevalent. But if it does end up in a landfill, if it does end up in some sort of setting, it's still going to break down in a much shorter period of time because it's made of starch. And so if it comes in contact with microbes and there's any microbial activity, then that product is going to break down in a much, much shorter period of time. So it's still better for the environment. It's still better for Mother Earth to use this product at end of life. And that's the big challenge. And I think that's the big challenge as especially in the US compared to other areas like the UK. We got to catch up when it comes to composting. And John can speak a little bit to that too, given his tenure in the
John,
UK.
Please share your thoughts.
I was just going to jump in there, Tim. Yeah, absolutely right. And Laurie, people all over the world have to catch up. And when we talk about this home composting, please don't be frightened to start. And you can start in a very, very small way. You can have a container in your kitchen that's, let's say, 10 inches by 10 inches by 10 inches, a small kind of container, and you can put your food waste in there, your organic food waste. When you've used the food wrap, put it inside. And as the organic vegetables, the fruit starts to go bad, it starts to break down, the bacteria there will also consume the food wrap. And when we talk about a small backyard, some of our products, they don't take 6 months or 1 year to break down. They break down in a matter of weeks because they're thin, there's a little bit of them.
Right.
It's a great way to get started. And I'm really pleased, Laurie, that your family's starting it. It's a great way to educate the children and to get whole families and communities started in this journey.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about it. And my children are too. It's amazing how much the younger generations truly care about these things. And I love that sustainable household products like Matter are going to be completely mainstream. I mean, if we all do our job, this product will be super mainstream by the time my 13, 11-year-old are head of households, and we're on our way. And so I'm so excited about the future. And I'd love to, Tim, just talk a little bit more about, I think we've really touched on it. Okay. I think people who have been listening to this whole episode are like, yeah, this is a solution, but I'd love to get it from the founder's mouth. Like how is Matter a solution?
Yeah. That's where we started. It was, can we develop something that gives people a choice? And if we give them a choice or an alternative to what's been prevalent, then we deem that as being a solution, as long as it performs like what they're replacing. And that's been the challenge, quite frankly, in the bio-based or biopolymer world, is that there's always a challenge in making sure that the product performs to the same level of what they're replacing. And so we see Matter as a solution that really provides continuity across the board, whether it's straws, and their performance and how they perform compared to our straws, compared to other straws that are on the market, paper straws and other things.
Yeah. Yeah. You go through like 10 of them by the time you finish your cocktail, so I love your straws.
Absolutely, Laurie.
Yeah.
Yes. We've developed a straw. It's not a plastic straw. It's not a paper straw. It doesn't unravel and the glue doesn't dissolve. It's flexible. And as Tim says, we've tried to replicate what people are used to in their everyday lives without causing a problem for Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Yes. It holds up. Cinco de Mayo margaritas have nothing on the Matter straw, folks. So you're covered.
We've had some very large retailers that we're working with in the U.S. that have left their existing straw that's on the shelf in a soda, and then had our straw in another soda can overnight, and they couldn't believe the difference after 24 hours. It was remarkable, and it actually was a compelling reason why they made the switch. But I think, for us, Nature Star Nature Star is a collaboration of very, very intentional, sustainable solutions. And we're working with a number of CPGs. We're working with a lot of opportunities right now in packaging that are completely outside of the retail play and opportunity that we have. And the retail strategy really came about in the last 16 months when John and I came together and said, why not? As an entrepreneur, there's a lot of experience on the retail side that I have over 20 years of bringing brands to life. And we said, 16 months ago, why not have a customer facing brand that really represents everything we can make in Nature Star? Because we have a portfolio. Yeah, we have a portfolio of formulations that starts with blown film bags, whether that's a snack bag or a sandwich bag or a 13-gallon kitchen bag. By the way, our 13-gallon kitchen bag is the first drawstring kitchen bag on the market, along with our food wrap. But we decided 16 months ago, let's develop a retail-facing brand that is going to be a game changer in the category, and let's test this out. Meaning, let's take this to the friendly partnership we have with Target and say, hey, what does this look like to you and to your guests? And they were so excited about the opportunity to set a statement on the shelf that was 20 plus SKUs, from straws and cutlery to 13-gallon kitchen bags.
That's phenomenal. For anyone that knows anything about retail product placement, to come to market with a new item and get 20 SKUs, 20 shelf slots, amazing.
Yeah. But Laurie, if I can just say at this point, going back to what you said about the kitchen, the thought process that Tim and I went through was, what can we offer? What is that offering? And literally, from plates, cups, lids to cutlery, you need a straw to drink out of. Let's think about the takeaway meals, like the lunch snacks and things. And what do we put it all in at the end? So when you look at those SKUs, you've got something really for everybody from the beginning to the end, for barbecues, for kitchen use. We tried to think of everything that we would need. And I think we're there. I think we've got the right package put together.
Yeah, I think you're there too. I mean, when Mel from the marketing team was sending me the samples, I was like, oh my gosh, there can't possibly be anything else that I need. And then a new box would come and like all the things that I didn't think that I needed, but I certainly do need, that they were there too. I mean, I was just absolutely blown away with the comprehensive product line. It's fantastic. So let's talk about the product line a little. Tim, I mean, we've touched on it. We've got straws. We've got this phenomenal, trash bag with the drawstring pull. We've got that's, perfect for kitchens. And then we have the food wrap, the sandwich baggies, snack bags, and the bags, the big gallon bags that you can put in the freezer.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty nice assortment, and it's, consists of all of those single use items. Like you said, snack bags, sandwich bags, freezer bags, storage bags, kitchen bags, the food wrap, all paper plates, our bamboo fiber plates are exceptional and offer really, some customers are saying I use them more than once. I mean, they're that good.
I'm telling you, Tim, I'm not exaggerating when I said we had like 3-inch New York strips here in Indiana and they held up, no problem.
So that's, and that's validating. And we're adding, one of the things I would speak to, in addition to, we have 12-ounce cups and lids, fully compostable for your coffee or for whatever you might be drinking. We're going to be adding additional items to that. I think it's really important, and it's exciting also, is our innovation pipeline. We have a very, very interesting innovation pipeline of more products to come that we have in development that are very exciting. We also have gloves. The gloves for us, the compostable gloves for us, are a big item right now. And for many different applications. And so it's having a compostable glove for food in the kitchen, for cleaning at home, for a variety of different things, aprons as well. But
for teachers, as kids come back to school, I mean, it goes on and on. Yeah.
And And even in your cars, what you've just said, Tim, is great. And like the gloves, you're going to put some gasoline in your car. Do you want that on your hand? No. You can keep a small pack of these in the car, and you can put the gas in the car with it. And they're not plastic gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So truly amazing.
It really is.
Well, the entire product line is really, I love to do the T-chart, right? The pluses, the minuses of the side-by-side comparison. And when you do the comparison, you can find it on our website, makeitmatter.com, where you're comparing what Matter is as a brand, both our biopolymer and plant-based fiber compared to traditional plastic items is, everything we have is 100% compostable within 12 months compared to hundreds of years, guaranteed to break down in soil, compared to the fact that really less than 10% of plastic is actually recycled, which is fact. And there's many other things that really we want the customer to understand Matter as a brand and what the product experience is, which is going to be exceptional, but also the why behind the brand. And like John intimated, I mean, the word Matter and what it represents and what our brand is derived from. And then the tagline, right, Make It Matter, is an intentional act of make it matter in your decision on what you buy, because now you have a choice. And so we're excited about that in the future of what our line consists of today and what we have in development.
Yeah, and you should be. I mean, the Matter brand is full of purpose. It's full of passion, innovation, and most importantly, it offers us all a real turnkey solution to doing our part as we look forward as to being more sustainable consumers. We are so thrilled, absolutely ecstatic to be working with this brand and a brand partnership at the Produce Mom. So this love fest is just beginning, folks. You're going to hear about Matter from me and everyone at TPM for months and months and months to come. So they're just getting started too. So I know that you guys, I mean, gosh, you turned around the retail product line and literally in the grand scheme of things, you turned that around in a matter of months. So I know that innovation is still coming. And with that, I invite you both for some closing remarks. Tim, we'll start with you, and John, will have you close us out on the show. So Tim, please, any closing remarks and final goodbyes to our listeners?
Yeah, we would love to, have as much feedback from the customers and from your audience on their experience with our product line, and obviously with the launch at Target, we're very excited about. Target is leaning into this brand in a very big way with a 3-foot end cap and a 4-foot section of product and a lot of marketing behind that. So we really want to learn and embrace the guests at Target and our customers and feedback that they have with our product. And I think lastly, we're also very proud of the fact that we have a partnership with Folds of Honor, and we've developed a partnership with Folds of Honor where a portion of all of our proceeds are donated back to the Folds of Honor charity, which we're excited to be a part of as well and partner with them.
That's amazing. And that Folds of Honor, is that with the veterans and the flags?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Amazing. Honorable. Thank you. And John?
Yeah, well, I would just like to say to all the listeners and the guests of Target, please don't be afraid of these new products. Try them and do your bit for Mother Earth, particularly this month. It's a great product range, and feel proud that you're buying a product and using it in your home that is not just going to be around for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's going to go back to nature, and we're going to make it into more products in the future. So thank you all very much for listening, and please support this great initiative.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Produce Moms Podcast. If you or someone you know would like to be a featured guest, just send an email to Lori@theproducemoms.com. We know there is a Produce Mom in you because there's a Produce Mom in all of us. Join our community on Facebook and all social platforms. Help us change the way America eats. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.